Guys, I hope you're good. Welcome to strategy number 8 for overcoming the weekend. Now, this is really geared towards people who will eat out at the weekend. So, if you're going for lunch, if you're going out for breakfast, if you're going out for dinner, these are different strategies that I use with all my clients in my one-to-one online coaching that I try to help them develop the habit of making better choices. So it's a mindset thing as well. You have to think about it, the physique that you want to attain. If you want to look like a lean and healthy person, you have to think along the lines of a lean and healthy person. And here are some useful tips that people who are in good shape normally adopt when they do eat out. So the first thing is to go for grilled or baked meats or food. Now, the problem with eating out a lot of the time is the extra calories that you consume from the deep fried food and the way things are cooked in certain oils. Remember, the chefs in these restaurants, they're not worried about your diet. They're not worried about your body composition. All they care about is making the food as tasty as possible. So a lot of the time, all these extra oils and salts and different things are added to the food that we don't even know. And when we actually track these things in MyFitnessPal, a lot of the time, these extra calories, which can amount to 200 or 300 calories per meal, are not included in MyFitnessPal in these things. So that's just something to be mindful of when you do eat out. I normally add on about 200 extra calories on anything that's on MyFitnessPal when I do go out. But going back to the way food is prepared, always go for grilled or baked foods as opposed to fried. You're going to save yourself calories in that regard. Another thing I always ask when I'm out is I always ask for the sauce for the certain dish to be put on the side of the dish. Because if you don't, they will smother your food with sauces. And that is hundreds of extra calories, again, that you're going to be consuming and you don't necessarily need. If you put the sauce on the side, you can therefore choose the amount of sauce that you actually need to consume. It's the same thing with cheese. If there's a dish that has cheese in it, I always ask maybe for the food to be without the cheese, because a lot of restaurants will literally put so much cheese on there. It's like 300 or 400 calories just basically from the cheese. That's not even before you actually get into the dish itself. So just be mindful of that. Other top tips in relation to eating out at restaurants: if they offer you to bring bread, just say we don't need it. If you're with a group of people who do want bread, just try and keep the bread away, because again, that type of food is just there to tempt you. It's extra calories you don't necessarily need. When you go out as well, instead of going for 3 courses, try to stick to 1 or 2 courses at max. So either you go for your main course with a starter or your main course with a dessert if you're going for 2 courses. Again, that third course is probably going to add 400, 500, 600 calories to your total calorie intake. So you need to just be mindful of the total amount of calories that you're actually consuming. If you know the place you're going to ahead of time, then you can actually put a plan in place. Because a lot of people just arrive and they'll go for something that they really want, and that's fine. But if you can go for the leaner options, that's a bit better. So if you have a plan in place before you actually go, you're going to be a lot more successful. The types of foods you can go for, I always suggest going for leaner options. Fish is always a great one, okay? So fish is low in calories. If you ask for it grilled or baked, it's going to taste amazing. It's something that's probably quite new because you don't normally cook fish at home. And as I said, it's really high in protein and really good for your health. If you don't like fish, then I would go for lean meats like chicken or turkey. Things like beef and so on are normally quite high in fat. So just be mindful of things like steak and burgers and things like this. Although very tasty, they are quite high in calories. I'm not saying don't have them, just be mindful of them and account for them before you actually get there. Another thing then I would say is to ask for extra vegetables and extra salad. So the problem is a lot of these restaurants will create such dishes that are so tasty that you just want to eat more and more and more. So we want to think about maybe filling our stomach up as much as possible. So by adding extra veg and extra salad, again, without the sauces, without the dressings, because they're adding extra calories, we are filling ourselves up, and it's a good strategy to develop. And if you can eat a salad, for example, before you go into your main course, you're not going to be that hungry, or you're not going to be as hungry. You'll still enjoy your dinner, but you won't maybe want to go for your dessert, or you won't want to go for those fries and those different things like that. So salads and veg, ask for extra portions because they will come with it anyway. Just ask, can I get an extra side of veg and salad? and again, you'll be satisfied with the amount of food that you're actually consuming. So they're just different strategies I adopt with a lot of my clients. I find them quite useful. I use them myself. And again, once you account for your meal when you go out with family and friends, you can enjoy it, you can relax, and that's what it's all about. Because remember, balance is the key thing. You shouldn't be shutting yourself off in these social scenes. You should be going out enjoying yourself. But as long as you have a strategy and you have a plan in place, then you're setting yourself up for success. Okay, guys, so that is number 8 on the list. I hope you adopt some of those strategies. Again, get in touch. Let me know if you do. I'd love to hear from you and help you as much as I can. And until our next strategy, take care.